May I come in, sir?
Aja,
Islamabad. Can you see?
please.
Thank you. Islamabad.
Comfortable?
Yes, sir.
You may like to introduce yourself to all of us.
My name is Kinza Amjad. I was born and raised in Karachi. I did my bachelor's in dental surgery from the University of Health Sciences, Karachi. I'm a dentist by profession. I was selected for internship at King's College London, England, as one of the 2 people from South Asia to go there. I am a public speaker. I do English debates and declamations at both the national and the provincial level. I came first from all over Sindh and Islamabad declamation contest in 2020. Other than that, I was also selected by my university as an ambassador to go for International Students Convention in Islamabad. My hobbies include reading books and going to the gym.
Thank you. So you were competing for the federal services of Government of Pakistan. So tell us something about Pakistan. What do you know about Pakistan as a country?
So Pakistan is a country and the total area is 7,606 square kilometers with a total population of 241 million people as of 2023 census. We have 4 provinces, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Balochistan, Sindh and Punjab. We are a democratic country which follow a parliamentary form of government with the upper house as the Senate and the lower house as the National Assembly. We have in our neighbor very diverse and rising global economies, China and India, also a very significant geopolitical country, Iran and Afghanistan. And we also are a home to a very diverse ethnic and linguistic population in Pakistan.
How Pakistan is being governed?
So Pakistan is being governed under a parliamentary form of government with the Prime Minister running the country and the President as the titular head of the country.
What are the salient features of the Constitution of Pakistan?
The Constitution of Pakistan is divided into 10 preambles or 10 titles. The first governs with the introduction. The second is the directive policies of the country. Third deals with human rights. Fourth deal with the federal, the provincial, and then the relationship between the federal and the provincial government. We have the elections, the judiciary, and the provincial related articles.
When Mr. Trump has taken over as President of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Kab?
So he was selected he took the oath for presidency on 20th January.
How many executive orders he has issued so far?
So far he has issued 100 executive orders, which includes withdrawing from the Paris Agreement, putting a blockade on immigrations, tariff wars and trade wars, his policies towards protectionism and isolationism. So he has given all these orders.
He has addressed World Economic Forum day before yesterday. What was the message?
So the message was that America is not going to be donating without, and that America is going to expect to be given the same kind of helps, or it's going to be more of a mutualistic relationship from now on where trade in the world is concerned.
Can you tell us some few social issues of women in Pakistan?
Yes, sir. So there are numerous social issues that women face both at the urban and the rural areas. Firstly, it's about integration of women in workplaces. We see that in the workplaces, we do not have particular laws or policies that help in integrating women in workplaces. Secondly, I think women education. We see that gender parity index, according to the 2024 World Bank report, we stand at 145 out of 146 countries, and we stand 1 point ahead only from Afghanistan. So education of women in Pakistan is at an all-time low. It's deplorable. We need to get women to get into education so that they can be a part of the workforce. And thirdly, I think mobility is a big issue in Pakistan. Women need to be safe when they travel to their workplaces and from their workplaces. So mobility needs to be revamped.
This criminology was one of your subjects.
Yes,
Can you tell me the theories of criminal justice system? Just identify the names.
Sir, the criminal justice system theories are the social learning theory, the behavioral theory, the social disorganization theory. These are the ones that I can recall.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kinza. So, there are 2 books which have been mentioned.
Yes, sir.
Kutub Khana by Raza Ali Apti. What is the key argument in that?
So the key, it's basically based on his travelogue on BBC Urdu series, and he explores the Indian subcontinent, India and Pakistan, and looks at the libraries, both the public and the private, and the condition of the books that are in there.
Okay. So what is mobocracy?
Mobocracy is when the public, the mob, takes over and tries to implement justice in their own way rather than first approaching the formal institutes of law.
So the Plato did not like democracy, primarily because of the fact that it kind of turns into mobocracy. In that context, what is realpolitik?
Sir, realpolitik was a theory that first originated, I guess, from Russia, and it focuses on how democracy works and how the power is vested in the people, and then their implementation of it.
Okay. What is gerrymandering?
Sir,
Okay. What do you know about SIFC?
So SIFC are strategic investment, I think facilitation and
C.
uh,
Council.
council,
Okay.
and it was made by under the prime ministership of Mr. Muhammad Shehbaz Sharif, and it aimed to creating a more diverse and a more inclusive business environment in Pakistan, so that we can invest foreign direct
And
investments.
what are the key areas it is focusing?
So it has been focusing on exports, on technology-driven exports, also on increasing the FDI, making the business environment more conducive for people from abroad to invest in Pakistan.
Okay, there is a dispute, there is a controversy currently brewing up in this country. That is between a party which is, of course, holding government in Sindh, and they are agitating against a certain decision taken by the government. What is that decision? What is the controversy about?
So if you will allow me to guess,
Yes.
is it about the water sharing between
Yes.
the two provinces, Sindh and Punjab?
So what is happening which has ignited this controversy?
So it's basically believed that Punjab, being an upper riparian province, controls the water and diverts a lot of it from Sindh towards its own uses and agricultural practices, while Sindh is left with water that is lesser than
What
the
is
share
the
that is
recent incident, recent occurrence in this particular, which has reignited this controversy?
So it was the Kalabag Dam that basically
No.
started.
That is something which is, of course, has been shelved over the decades now. There are construction of certain canals.
So I am not aware of the.
So please go and read about that.
Okay.
So America has a list of countries which are considered sponsors of terrorism. And there are 3 to 4 countries in that list. What are those countries?
So firstly, they have Afghanistan,
No, Afghanistan is not there.
Iran,
Iran is there.
Iraq.
No, Iraq is
Russia?
not there. No, Russia is not there. So please read that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. What is mens rea?
So so they're basically two terms, mens rea and actus rea. Mens rea is the intent of committing a crime, and actus rea is when you implement that crime.
Okay, last question. What is Abraham Accord?
So Abraham Accord was given to solve the issue between
When?
Palestine and Israel. It
When?
was given in 1961, if I'm correct.
Abraham Accord 2020.
2020 was given under the presidentship of Donald Trump, and he gave a two-state solution to Palestine and Israel.
Trump was not in power in 2020.
So then I'll have to look.
Thank you.
Welcome to CSPs Academy for CSS-PMS preparation. CSS-PMS तहरीरी इम्तिहान के तमाम मज़ामीन की ऑनलाइन और ऑन कैंपस तैयारी के साथ साथ सब्जेक्ट सिलेक्शन, असाइनमेंट चेकिंग, क्लास टेस्ट, मॉक एग्जाम, इंडिविजुअल टीचर डिस्कशन और फीडबैक सेशन का इनकाद किया जाएगा। इसके अलावा FPSC की तजवीज़ करदा बुक्स से बने मयारी नोट्स और CSP पब्लिशर की बेहतरीन बुक्स मुहैया की जाएंगी।
Okay, Kinza, you studied history of India, Pakistan. Can you tell me that when Alauddin Khilji became Sultan, he introduced new plan for revenue collection? What was the aspect of that plan?
So when Alauddin Khilji came, he worked on the administration sector, and especially with regards to markets. He established markets all over the province, which were
I'm
specified.
not asking about the price control policy.
Okay.
My question is about he introduced novel reforms in revenue collection. What were those?
It was that he selected men to be under position where they would collect revenue from a certain area, taxes and revenues, and then they would give it to their higher ups, and then they would give it to Alauddin Khilji and his domain.
When in Indian history, in which year Amir Taimur invaded India? When in civil cum military bureaucracy during the time period of Akbar, there were two different ranks regarding Faujdars. What is the difference between Faujdar and Zamindars?
The Faujdars were people that were in authority of handling the infantries and the armies, while the other were related to ruling the people and looking after the administration structure of a city, the
Who was
Mansabdars.
the chief architect of Arya Samaj?
I'm sorry, I cannot.
Brahmo Samaj. Okay, you studied political science.
Yes, sir.
And who is the author of Politics? Republic? Discourses?
Plato was the author of
Discourses.
it. Sorry.
The Prince?
The Prince was by a very famous French politician, philosopher,
French?
sorry. Yeah, but I cannot recall it at the moment.
Leviathan?
Leviathan was by Thomas Hobbes.
Two Treatises on Government? On Liberty?
On Liberty was by John Stuart Miller.
Okay, what is difference between plebiscite and referendum?
So plebiscite is when the people come out and give their votes individually, while referendum is when you select people and then they vote for you.
Okay, what is the important aspect of political thought of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan?
So, the political thought of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was different from his era because his focus was more on education, especially in scientific education and in English language education. So he wanted the Muslims to be a part of the educational politics of that time.
Okay, my last question. Name only two metamorphic rocks.
Sir, igneous rocks? Metamorphic rocks?
Yes.
Limestone?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, can you please name the layers of atmosphere?
Yes, sir. So the layers of atmosphere are divided into troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, and exosphere, the outermost layer of the troposphere.
Do you have any idea about the bottleneck routes found in Indian Ocean region?
So if you'd allow me to guess, is
Yes.
it the Strait of Malacca
And
and the Strait of Hormuz?
okay, you have studied Indo-Pak history.
Yes, sir.
In Indo-Pak history, there is an era of romanticism between Muslims of India and Hindus.
Yes, sir.
Which two events signify this era of romanticism when both were gathered against the British Raj?
Sir, the first was when during the World War I, when Congress and Muslim League came together on one point, especially Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah and Gandhi Sahab during the Khilafat movement. So that was one of the points when they both came together to fight for a single cause. And then when we go back a bit in history, it was during Akbar's reign when he gave his Deen-e-Ilahi and combined elements from Hinduism and Muslims to work together.
And can you please elaborate two salient features of Minto moral reforms and how it impacted the way forward for the creation of Pakistan?
Yes, sir. So the moral and mental reforms were to give Muslims, they gave Muslims more representation in the government, and going on, it led the way for the pathway for Muslims to get more representation in the government and then eventually fight for the cause of a separate homeland.
Do you have any idea about the Stimson doctrine,
No, sir.
Carter doctrine?
No, sir.
Okay, last question from my end. That gender imparity is prevalent in Pakistan.
Yes, sir.
What sort of 3 steps do you suggest in order to mitigate the situation?
Yes, sir. So we need to have a holistic and a multi-pronged strategy for bringing women.
3 steps.
Yes, 3 steps. So the first would be to get women more into education and putting up policies and reforms that help them get into not just basic matriculation level, but also at the intermediate and the university level. Secondly, it's very important that when women do get into the workforce, they have proper anti-harassment laws, proper daycare centers, so that they can leave their children there and then work with the peace of mind and on equal footing as of men. Thirdly, we really need to improve the security situation in Pakistan so that women, even if they're traveling alone, feel safe and comfortable. And so that will bring more women and more people to allow their women to go to workplaces and educational institutes.
Thank you.
चलिए, लेट्स कंक्लूड दिस फॉर्मल इंटरव्यू, लेट्स हैव इनफॉर्मल डिस्कशन. बताओ, अपनी सेल्फ असेसमेंट करो, हाउ यू हैव परफॉर्म. 10 में से कितने नंबर दोगे अपने आप को?
सर मैं अपनी नॉलेज बेस वाले को थोड़े नहीं काफ़ी कम नंबर दूंगी, क्योंकि ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट्स मैंने भी रिवाइज करने हैं और बिल्कुल मेरा ऑलरेडी है ये बात कि ना मुझे अपने ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट्स पे बहुत वर्क करने की ज़रूरत है, एंड आई एम गोइंग टू डू दैट.
चलिए किंजा, पॉइंट ये है कि यू हैव क्वालिफाइड द रिटन पार्ट एंड नाउ यू आर गोइंग फॉर द इंटरव्यू पार्ट, ठीक है ना? तो इंटरव्यू और रिटन में फ़र्क यही होता है कि व्हेन यू आर गोइंग फॉर द इंटरव्यू तो दिस इज़ 1-to-1 डिस्कशन होती है, तो उसमें एक्सटेम्पोर जवाब देने पड़ते हैं.
जी जी.
तो ये है कि स्टेट ऑफ प्रिपेयर्डनेस में हो, हालत जंग में हो. यू हैव एक्सेप्टेड दिस चैलेंज, 1200 नंबरों का हो गया, 300 नंबरों की फाइट करो, तो यू नीड टू कम से कम तुम्हें 200 को क्रॉस करना पड़ेगा.
ओके सर.
ठीक है, तुम्हारे जो आंसर थे उसमें वो जो है ना सतही तौर पे तो ठीक है, लेकिन उसमें कंटेंट नहीं है, शैलो किस्म के आंसर दे रही है. उस पर थोड़ी सी इम्प्रूव करें अपनी रीडिंग. आपका इंट्रोडक्शन जो है ना ठीक है, इसको जाके आज स्ट्रक्चर करो, एक 1 पेज लिखो, राइट 1 पेज फॉर यू, एंड देन व्हेन यू स्पीक टू डिलीवर इन 1 मिनट. उसमें क्या है, दिस इज अ जॉब इंटरव्यू. एजुकेशन एक्सपीरियंस पे, अपने स्ट्रगल पे थोड़ा सा फोकस करो. अचीवमेंट्स क्या है, नॉलेज लेवल इम्प्रूव करने की जरूरत है. इसके लिए आप न्यूज़पेपर पे आप तवज्जो दें. एक डॉन है या न्यूज़ है, उसके रोज़ाना उसकी अपडेट पढ़ो सुबह से शाम तक, हार्ड कॉपी लेके, ठीक है. और नोटबुक ऑन इंटरव्यू बनाओ. बनाई हुई है या नहीं?
जी जी बनाइए.
एक नोटबुक, हम जो कहते हैं वो ये है कि एक सफ़ेद पेज है, नोटबुक है, एक टॉपिक, उस पर 4 टॉकिंग पॉइंट, बस 4-5 टॉकिंग. एनर्जी सेक्टर ऑफ पाकिस्तान, वाटर इश्यूज ऑफ पाकिस्तान, मिडल ईस्ट क्या है, व्हाट आर द इश्यूज, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट बिटवीन इजराइल एंड हमास, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट रशिया एंड यूक्रेन. तो इसमें हर इश्यूज पे जो है ना 3-3, 4-4 टॉकिंग पॉइंट्स बना लो. कम से कम 100-150 सब्जेक्ट जो करंट है पाकिस्तान के, उस पर आप रेडी हो. तो व्हेन यू स्पीक, तो यू स्पीक विद दोस पॉइंट. 1, 2, 3 पॉइंट आप प्रेजेंट कर देंगे तो देन यू विल बी इन अ बेटर पोजीशन. ठीक है ना? तो दिस इज अ पीस ऑफ एडवाइस. अदरवाइज यू आर अ गुड कैंडिडेट, यू हैड अ वेरी गुड पोटेंशियल. मेहनत की जरूरत है, वो आपने करनी है, किसी और ने नहीं करनी. आप बताएं सर.
Thank you, Kinza. Thank you, sir. Good posture, good communication skill, good confident, and you answered with some conviction. But you need to work on current affairs and the optional subjects. These are the areas you need to work on, and you have the potential, mashallah. So wish you best of luck. So need to work on current affairs and keep on, of course, keep it up.
Well, आप बहुत पोटेंशियल कैंडिडेट हैं. आई ऑब्जर्व दिस फ्रॉम कि आपने क्वेश्चन स्किप किए. इनिशियली आप बिल्कुल कॉन्फिडेंट, आपका लूज नहीं हुआ. एंड में थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस आपका वो थोड़ा सा हुआ था. डोंट वरी, बहुत सारे स्किप भी हो जाते हैं. गलत आंसर नहीं करना, ठीक है? स्किप करते, डजंट मैटर.
Thank you, sir. Kinza, you are a very potential candidate, as my senior colleagues have told earlier. Good expression. You were confident enough during the phase of entire information. Your answers were engaging, even if you don't know. And voice echo is absolutely good. One good thing that I would like to appreciate, that even if you don't know answer, you do not become shaky. Your voice tone remains same. So this is a very good thing. But one weakness that I would like to identify, that avoid guess answers.
Okay.
If you don't know, say I'm sorry, I would look into it and go ahead. It's not recommended to give wrong answers, even if you don't know. So guesswork is not allowed here. Avoid it. So revise your optionals. As Sir Durrani has already told, current affairs must be the area that should be your strength. सो आपके जितने भी करंट हैपनिंग्स हो रही हैं, ट्रम्प का इनॉग्रल है, जो एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑर्डर्स हो रहे हैं इस वक्त, मिडिल ईस्ट की क्या सिचुएशन है, इट मस्ट बी इन योर ऑन योर टोज. लास्ट थिंग, चूंकि हिस्ट्री का आपका सब्जेक्ट है, हिस्ट्री और ज्योग्राफी, हिस्ट्री और पॉलिटिकल साइंस भी है, तो आपको इनको रिवाइज करने की, अच्छा सा रिवाइज करने की जरूरत है. सर ने आपसे क्वेश्चंस किए हैं मुनाफी के बारे में, अकबर रेजीम के बारे में, बट यू वर क्वाइट ब्लैंक अबाउट इट. सो आपका फर्स्ट चूंकि मौका है, आपने इसको रिवाइज करना अच्छा से.
बेस्ट ऑफ लक.
थैंक यू सो मच.